And your number when it comes to numerology, my gorgeous Cancerini, is 2321, which means that, do you know what? It's time, my gorgeous Cancerini, to eliminate the old. Just remember this. It's time, my gorgeous Cancerini, to eliminate the old, which means that you are indeed going to take this decisive, it's about you taking this decisive action and making a really deep commitment. You are going to make such a deep commitment, and this particular deep commitment you are going to make is going to lead towards you, my God, being very, very successful when it comes to this certain aspect of your life, whatever this deep commitment is going to be about. For example, when it comes to the very first week of December, my gorgeous Cancerini, you are going to have such a pleasant surprise. When it comes to the first week of December, my gorgeous Cancerini, you are going to have such a pleasant surprise. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. And this really nice and pleasant surprise you are going to have, it's to do with something which is going to instantly make you feel alive again. It's to do with something which is instantly going to make you feel so creative. So you're going to be left with absolutely no option but to make such an important decision. This decision that you are going to make, it's going to change the whole structure in your life. And at the same time, this decision that you are going to make, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's also going to be the beginning of such a beautiful, and I mean this, the beginning of such a beautiful adventure in your life. This adventure is gonna change your entire life, but then at the same time, financially, this is going to be absolutely brilliant for you indeed. By the time you get to the second part of December, listen, by the time you get to the second part of December, you're going to realize that it's a lot to do with a certain problem in your life that became a burden, and especially within the last 10 months or so, this particular problem has been affecting you more than you like to admit to yourself. And it's all gonna start the second part of this week, where you get a really positive news, a really positive message, and there is something really specific you will want to do, you will want to explore, you will want to try, so badly. But then, my God, this level of frustration, once it takes over, because you can't do this because of this problem, because of this burden. This is how this all is going to start, because literally one thing is going to lead into another. So when it comes to you, you're going to realize, now that's it, I'm just going to deal with this problem. I am going to deal with this problem. I'm going to do something about it right now. There is something really specific you will do. There is somewhere you will need to go. You will not want to go where you will know that you will need to go, but the whole overall experience, it's gonna be enlightening for you in so many different ways. Not only you're gonna do the right thing, this problem is gonna come to an end, but at the same time, something is going to open your eyes. Remember, I told you you're gonna need to go somewhere, you're gonna need to do something you don't want to do whatsoever, and then everything is gonna be done in minutes, like in seconds, honestly, and you're gonna be like, why didn't I do this before? Why didn't I do this before? Well, it doesn't matter. You are actually meant to be doing this right now at this stage of your life. Quite a lot is gonna be happening throughout the months of December. This is the last month of this year, and you need to understand, my gorgeous Cancerini, that 2025 is going to be amazing year for you. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be completely different than what you can possibly imagine. But because this is the last month of this year, this is why quite few things are actually going to happen. And that's why, my gorgeous Cancerini, when it comes to the second week of December, you know you are going to be in such a good mood, because what's going to be happening within the first week of December, it's really going to be so excellent when it comes to your energy in general. You will know something is happening. You will know something is changing. You will be able to feel more brilliant changes on the way, but you're not going to be able to explain this whatsoever. And so by the time you get to the actual second week of December, you will be talking to somebody really nice, somebody who is in your life, somebody who you normally open up to. And you will be talking to that person about something completely different, XYZ, blah, 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 certain things, maybe, oh, look, the weather is so strange or something like that. But then suddenly, this problem, this particular issue is going to come to the surface, because that particular person who you're going to be talking to, they're going to ask you something along those lines, like, oh, did you do this or did you do that? And then you're going to, boom, become quite frustrated, because you're going to remember of this particular problem, of this particular burden, and you're gonna respond to this person like all frustrated, like, oh no, I didn't because of blah blah blah. But now, boom, at this moment in time, something is going to change here. Something is going to change here. And I think it's a lot about this gorgeous, amazing person you're going to be talking to, because it's somebody who brings the best out in you. You know, when we are surrounded by the people who are really positive and great when it comes to their energy, we feel great, we feel positive, you know, because it does brings the best out in us indeed. But it's same like if we hang around people who are very negative and people who have a low vibration, you know, then that can become really dangerous, because that particular energy can rub off, you know, on us in a negative way. We pick up on this negative energy, and then we become negative without even realizing, you know. So this is why it's always good to like kind of surround ourselves with such a wonderful people, whoever this is. Maybe it's your family member, maybe it's like one of your best friends, but whoever this is, you need to understand that this particular person brings the best out in you. So the second week of December, you will be talking to that person, and that person is going to mention the right thing, because something is going to wind you up. As soon as that person mentions to you, did you do this or did you start this, blah blah blah, something along those lines, and then you're going to be like, no, I didn't. But then again, the energy of this person, the energy of this conversation that you've had before this with that person, it's all kind of leading towards this point where you are suddenly gonna feel like you have absolutely enough of this problem, absolutely enough of this issue, and there is a really wise decision that you are going to make. There is a really smart decision you are going to make, my gorgeous Cancerini. You're going to need to go somewhere and do something specific in order to bring this to an end, or in order to start this process. And this you're not going to feel too excited about, because you're going to think like, oh God, I don't want to go there. But then all this is going to end up to be such a beautiful and enlightening experience for you indeed, because everything is going to be over so quick, you know, and you're going to be thinking, why didn't I do this before? You know, but then at the same time, something really incredible is going to happen while you're dealing with this, while you're bringing this problem to an end, while you're working on it, while you're making a certain move. It's about you making a certain move. I don't want to be too confusing, but you know what, do you get my picture? You know what I mean? So, you know, you're going to make like a certain move here. And almost instantly, you will know that you did the right thing here. And a couple of days later, there is going to be an information you're going to get hold of, some kind of a news, some kind of a message, and you will realize not only that you made an absolutely brilliant decision by doing something about this problem. Whatever you're going to decide to do, it's going to be the right thing to do, my gorgeous Cancerini, because this problem is going to come to an end, and you are going to realize the level of restriction this has actually caused in your life for the last 10 months. Oh my God. But you're only going to realize once you kind of do something about it, once you make a certain move, once you make a certain step. A couple of days later, you're going to realize how much this has been restricting your whole life, and you're already going to feel so much better, so much happier, so much more optimistic, so much more content. And to make this even more crazy, this particular burden and this problem that has been affecting you for the last 10 months, it's really to do with something that has come to an end then and there. When you had this negative change in circumstances, like about 10 months ago, within the last 10 months, this has come to an end. And when something comes to an end, then it's tend to become dragging. It's tend to kind of dragging behind us, and it's tend to kind of affect our energy. It's tend to affect our energy levels, both physically and spiritually and mentally. And this is why this is so important. So somehow, not somehow, but this is how we know that certain things have come to an end when it comes to our lives and when it comes to the specific journeys. So you will know that, this has come to an end, but only now it's going to be absolutely obvious indeed, my gorgeous Cancerini. Very, very important. By the time you get to the third part of this week, by the time you get to the third week of December, you see, it's going to be just a little bit of a disagreement you are going to have. And this little bit of disagreement you are going to have, it's really going to reveal a certain person or a certain group of people. Okay, so complete opposite to what I said before. I said when we are surrounded by a positive and beautiful and optimistic people, we become beautiful, positive and optimistic. Now, this is a complete opposite here, what's going to happen within the third week of December, because there is going to be some kind of a very heavy discussion you're going to have with few different people or with one particular person. There is going to be some kind of disagreement you are going to have. And when that disagreement happens, oh my God, there are certain masks which are indeed going to fall. Seriously. And once these masks fall, you will realize who certain people really are, or who this certain person really is. So it's either to do with one person, or it's either to do with few different people. However, this is going to make you realize, I had absolutely enough of this. It's time to, put the record straight. It's time to set the record straight. It's time to put the foot down. It's time to protect my own energy. And that means that, it's all about you understanding that on one hand, you're going to need to really set the boundaries in your life. You need to protect yourself, and you need to protect your precious energy. Now, this is showing to me that you maybe shouldn't be hanging around the certain person or a certain group of people, because they are just draining your energy. This is not so much about who these people are, but it's more about you understanding that this big amount of energy that is drained when you're surrounded by the people you shouldn't be surrounded by, you could be using this energy to create and to do things what you want to do in your life, and sometimes we just need a bit of shaky momenty like this in order to kind of awake and to realize our own truth here. And in your case, it's you will realize that number one, you need to set the boundaries, and in order to set the boundaries and in order to protect your energy, you will realize that you need to walk away from a certain group of people or from a certain person here. So this is why, my gorgeous Cancerini, this is going to be ever so important. And also, when it comes to the 3rd week of December, your body is desperately going to try to let you know what your body needs. Do not ignore it. I know I've been banging on about it for a while now, but this is important. This is all preparing you for like really, really positive and exciting year. 2025, seriously. And part of that is also, of course, us taking care of ourselves. So within the 3rd week of December, your body will desperately try to let you know what your body needs. Whether this is going to be, whether you're going to feel like, oh, I need a bit of an exercise, whether you're going to feel like, oh, I need like to change my diet, whether you're going to feel like, oh, I need like more vitamins in my life, I need more minerals in my life, I need more nutrition in my life. This is going to come to you in your own unique way. You know, when we feel like, oh, I want to have some strawberry, I want to eat some strawberries so badly, lots of people focus on the actual taste. But it's not about taste as much, like, ooh, I fancy strawberries, so random. No, baby, no, it's probably about vitamin C that your body desperately needs. We need vitamin. We need vitamins. We need good nutrition. We need good lifestyle. So for the love of God, healthy lifestyle. So for the love of God, pay attention to what your body is going to try to tell you that your body needs. There is something that your body is missing out on, and that is only going to happen in such a unique and personal way. Nobody else would be able to understand this but you. Whether this is like my gorgeous Cancerini, as I said, like some maybe a physical exercise or something, whatever this is, please pay attention to it. It's more necessary for you to do this than you can possibly imagine, okay? This is why this is so important. And by the time you get to the last week, to the 4th week of December, my gorgeous Cancerini, you are going to have such a beautiful experience, like a really positive experience. Like, I cannot believe how much can actually happen in 1 month. But I'm not surprised, as I said, because this is the 12th month of this year. So this is like you knocking, knock, 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 you know, towards the new year. This is like you knocking to open the door to, like, oh my God, so much. Right now, what's happening right now throughout this month, it's going to help you to expand your own horizons. And this is why this is going to be so significant for you. So when it comes to the last week of December, you are going to have a really beautiful experience. Something is going to happen here and you will be really enjoying yourself. You know, beautiful experience, positive experience. You will be kind of either surrounded by the certain people, maybe some kind of party will be going on, some kind of socialization will be going on, not necessarily party, but you will be surrounded by the certain group of people. Now, these are big mamas. I love this group of people because every single one of them, it's gonna have a positive impact on you and positive impact on your life. You're really going to be enjoying yourself. Maybe you're just going to be sitting down in the car for something and talking to the people you normally talk to, and some kind of really great conversation, or people at work or something, some kind of a really great conversation is going to be going on, and you're going to be really, really enjoying yourself. And there are going to be few people right there which are going to be inspiring you so much every step of the way. Some really nice people you're gonna really be looking up to, but I mean that like in a way like, oh, you will fancy something about them, their lifestyles, you know, and what they achieved, you know, like so much inspiration at an absolutely perfect time of your life. Something is gonna happen, baby, and you are going to feel this desire to change. Your spirit is going to awake, my gorgeous Cancerini, and you are going to feel this amazing desire to change and to change your life. And even more so later on It's going to be this moment where you're going to be relaxing, you're going to be chilling out. You will be doing something which is going to be so good for your spirit, so good for your soul. I don't know, maybe you're just going to be outside in nature somewhere relaxing. Maybe you're going to be doing something that you're talented, it's to do with your talent maybe. You know, maybe a painter, then you will be painting some kind of a beautiful picture and you will be chilling out. Maybe you play piano, you will be playing piano and you will be relaxing like that. You know, whatever it is that you do in order to relax, in order to forget everyday life for a minute or two, everyday problems, you know, everyday situations, whatever allows your spirit and your soul to cut yourself out from, you know, day-to-day problems and day-to-day things, you know, in order to forget and just chill out. This is the state of mind that I'm talking about right now. And what am I trying to say here is that the moment in time when you least expect, while you're doing something that you really enjoy, you are going to tap into this specific dimension you haven't been in years. And I mean that, in years, my gorgeous Cancerini. And you are, boom, going to have this vision. You will have this vision where you are going to have this amazing idea, this incredible idea, which is part of this awakened spirit, which is part of this desire to change, which is part of this amazing experience at the beginning of this week. This is not only going to give you an incredible idea, but it's also this idea that you are going to have. It's going to give you so much confidence and strength in order to not only to understand how amazing this idea, whatever this is going to be when it comes to your entire life in general, but this is also going to lead towards you having a confidence to make the necessary compromise. And this compromise that you felt like you need a little bit of confidence in order to do, my God, it's not only going to end up being super brilliant and successful for you, but it's also going to lead towards this crazy negotiation which is going to turn your life around. And at that moment in time, the process of change is going to start. This negotiation, major negotiation I'm talking about, it's only going to happen at around the mid-January 2025. But come on, that's not that far from now. Indeed, absolutely brilliant. I mean, talking about the change, my gorgeous Cancerini. Now it's time to open your mind as much as you possibly can. Wow. So when it comes to those of you who are in relationships, for example, okay. When it comes to those of you who are in relationships, there is going to be like about some kind of a negative challenge you're going to have. It's to do with this unexpected situation which is going to take place at around the 17th of December. At around the 17th of December, there is some kind of unexpected change. Something unpredictable is going to happen, my gorgeous Cancerini, and this is for those of you who are in relationships. And this unexpected change is going to reveal this challenge. This challenge is something that both of you will not even want to go near it. Both of you will not even like to think about, but you just have to do complete opposite. Do not ignore this problem. Do not ignore this challenge, because it will not go away, baby. What you need to do is nip the bud. You need to go for it immediately. You need to focus on this, because I know when this challenge is created, both of you are going to be like, no baby, no, or we'll do that next month, or we'll do that in March, we'll do that in April, we'll do that blah blah blah, then and there. No baby, no, please don't, because it's going to grow up to be grow into something it's going to grow into something much bigger. Okay, and something which is going to become even more difficult to kind of deal with. So that's what I need you to understand, that when this unpredictable situation happens and when you end up with this challenge, you need to understand, both of you, that you need to focus on that immediately. And both of you are going to feel like powerless, like, oh no, I can't do it, you know. Both of you are going to feel like powerless. But let me tell you that I can thank God. But both of you are first of all going to feel powerless, like you can't do anything about it. But then again, It looks like someone is going to give you some kind of an advice to both of you, somebody very close to both of you, somebody who you both love. It's going to give you this incredible advice, and you are going to do something about it. You are going to make a certain step, okay, when it comes to this challenge, and you're going to be so great. Immediately you will not know what the outcome is going to be, but then again, at around the end of this month, within the last 2 or 3 days in December already, within the last 2 or 3 days of December, before the new year begins, you are gonna have a very positive information about this, and you will know indeed that you did the right thing, whichever decision you've made here. Because you're gonna make a decision, but you will not, and you will do something about it, but then you're gonna just need to wait like about a week, a couple of weeks, you know, in order to see the outcome. But the outcome is gonna be absolutely brilliant, and it's gonna reflect on your financial situation quite a lot, because I can just see your financial situation getting like really brilliant. And I'm not saying that your financial situation wasn't brilliant, but it looks like you will be saving a great deal of money after that somehow. So that's what I wanted to say. And those of you who are single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Cancerini, it looks like somebody is going to get your attention this month. You're gonna like notice somebody very, very delicious. You're gonna notice somebody really gorgeous in your mind, and you will become very curious whether that person likes you or not. And I think that you will feel that this person likes you, and you're absolutely right, this person likes you, but there is something, this person will like you, but there is something, because your eyes are going to meet, you know, but something is going to be putting you off from this person so much. So you will see someone, you will fancy someone, there is some kind of connection you will have, but then again, something is going to be keep on putting you off that particular person, because you'll go into this hermit mode, you know, and you'll be thinking about it. This one is really going to like kind of confuse you, you know. You will be thinking about it, and you're going to need a little bit of time, you know, when it comes to this, because you will see this person as a hard work. For some reason, you will see this person as a hard work. This person is not a hard work. You are. No, I'm joking. You are. No, I'm joking. No, you're going to see this person as a hard work, my gorgeous Cancerini. But this person is not a hard work. It's just that I can see you getting together, and I can see you later on being so happy, and I can see you feeling about someone how you've never felt before. Do you know what I mean? So I suppose that's why the journey at the beginning it's a little bit more difficult, because we tend to appreciate things a little bit more once we get them. I know, I hope that makes sense, but you will realize, you will be thinking that this person is a hard work, but I think it's more like also about you still being subconsciously affected by one of your exes or something that happened to you in the past, and this is still kind of subconsciously affecting you. And I think that slowly but surely this is going to come to you. This is going to come to you. So it's going to take a little while until you kind of connect with this person, like until you connect to this person, but you are going to connect, and you are going to have absolutely the greatest time together ever. And I'm not too sure whether this is going to happen in December, you know, most likely January and February. It's going to take a little while, you know, but this time in between, it's going to be ever so important when it comes to you realizing some really special things about yourself as well. Indeed, which happened to you in the past that are still kind of right now affecting the way you look at people, you see. So this is important in terms of your own personal evolution. So now, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what's going to be your tarotina cardina of the mantina. God. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Cancerini, let's just see what is going to be your tarot card of the month. Tarot card of the month, my gorgeous Cancer. Let's just see. Oh God, of course. There you go. Of course that this little bitch is gonna need to come out. You see, it's basically like you know, it's to do with this restriction in your life. It's to do with this restriction, and I think it's a lot about this restriction leaving your life, my gorgeous Cancerini. This is very important, but also this is going to be completely out of what am I about to say. Yes, I mentioned before that you need to kind of see what your body, what you need to do, what your body is missing out on. You know, I told you what your body is missing out on before, remember? And I think that this little bitch here, it means that, excuse my language, this one here means to me that you're doing something that you shouldn't, you know. Yeah, you're like maybe doing something that you shouldn't. Maybe you are consuming something that you shouldn't. Something is affecting your stomach. Something is affecting your big mama here. Not big mama, but you know what I mean. Something is affecting your stomach, my gorgeous Cancerini. There is something that you need to stop taking or stop doing. Yeah, something is affecting your stomach. Something is affecting your stomach lining. So you need to work out what this is. See, important. And now I'm just going to see what's going to be your oracle message. And then after that, I'm going to see what's going to be your... No, I'm joking. No, now I'm going to see your oracle message, my gorgeous Cancerini. What's going to be your oracle card when it comes to the month of December? Oracle message, shall I say? Oh, channel your knowledge. It's to do with you channeling your knowledge. And it's about you making a critical judgment. Okay? Surprise, surprise. Just remember, what did I say to you at the beginning of this reading? Eliminate the old, you know, take decisive action, you know, making a deep commitment and being so much happier. You just have to trust your intuition, my gorgeous Cancerini. Now, literally more than ever. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful. You see, lots of people don't realize how powerful blue topaz actually is, especially when it comes to activating your third psychic eye. Yes, lots of people do not realize how significant and how powerful blue topaz actually is, because once we activate our third psychic eye, we start to understand things we never understood before. We kind of elevate ourselves both spiritually and mentally as well. This in itself, it's ever so important when it comes to understanding so much about ourselves in general, understanding so much about this life in general. You know, it really helps you to go through and to go forward in life with a completely kind of deeper, with a completely different understanding, much deeper, much more spiritual, much more serene when it comes to things that have been kind kind of bringing you down, when it comes to things that have been scaring you, when it comes to things that have been draining your energy in general, all this stops when you wear blue topaz. Why? Because you see things differently. And because it activates your third psychic eye. You elevate yourself to the point where you see literally every single aspect in your life in a completely different light. So why is this so important? Well, it's important when it comes to you progressing in life and making the most out of life, but it's also ever so important when it comes to you protecting your precious energy. It helps you to protect your precious energy as well, and this is why it's so significant. I mean, look at this. Absolutely stunning, my gorgeous people. And this is a handmade sterling silver bracelet. Okay, handmade sterling silver gate bracelet. It's 7.5 inches long and it's 10 millimeter wide, so that is quite wide. And of course this is like a really high quality blue topaz crystalline, and this is something that I would highly recommend you to wear, my gorgeous people. And blue topaz also allow you to channel your inner wisdom and find a perfect pathway to successful opportunities, and to be quite honest with you, like anyone who wears this will embrace will embrace their authentic self and trust, you will trust your own power, and you will most certainly do things in life that are gonna bring you success in general. You tend to make the right decisions when you wear these powerful crystals. So whether these decisions are like when it comes to your life in general, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your success, when it comes to your career, when it comes to money, it does help you quite a lot, to make the right decision, because it grounds you. It grounds you in a really specific way. Can you imagine how powerful this crystal is, when on one hand it activates your third psychic eye, therefore you elevate, you become so spiritual like never before, but then on another hand it's also very powerful when it comes to grounding at the same time, when it comes to you recentering yourself at the same time. And this is why, because you don't worry about things that you shouldn't be worrying about, and very often as well people don't realize how draining this is on our overall energy, and we are not able to get in our life, to the certain stage, as quick as we actually could. So it really is ever so important when it comes to you realigning yourself like instantly as soon as you put this on, my gorgeous people. I really highly suggest you to get this beautiful blue topaz handmade bracelet for yourself, or you can buy it for somebody else if you think that somebody else can benefit from it. Why wouldn't you buy it for them? It's absolutely beautiful. And the link to buy this gorgeous bracelet, my gorgeous people, it's going to be in the description below, or I'm also going to pin the actual link on top of the comment section as well. But it is a rather beautiful bracelet, and of course I only have few of these in stock now.